Nice meeting you, Abhay. Thanks, Monisha, for joining. Great having
Yeah,
you. So,
likewise.
yes, Abhay, and no need to mention, I think you guys are a couple and pulling this off together is Izaara Cup, I think, for
Mm.
a record time. And this time is special because this edition of Izaara is special because there's 16 teams playing. I think it's a record number of teams, I think, which Monisha is trying to pull off. I think day is not far when she'll pull off 50 plus, I think, another couple of
Mm.
years. So,
Yeah, yeah. We have she has the best wishes always.
yeah, exactly. It takes a lot of courage to think beyond your comfort zone. I think 8 teams, 10 teams, and then suddenly you increase to 16 teams, and then you start working backwards. So now 16 teams now. How do I plan? How do I put the teams together? How do I group them?
Yeah.
Logistics to be
Mm.
taken, etc. So there's t- tell us more about Monisha can talk at length about it, but I wanted to get your thoughts because you are the one of the person behind the brains of Monisha and
Mm.
the things he's trying to do. So how did it all start? And give us your perspective of that.
Um, yeah, I mean, how did it all start? I mean, generally the Izara Cup series was her own brainchild when she saw there were cricket tournaments happening, but they were all at a bigger level with these clubs doing it and all. She said, why can't I pull off one? Started with the first one with a handful of teams. I don't know, 6 teams or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And yes, then to be honest, I I was more of a moral support for her than sort of a physical hands-on man, because those days I was employed in a company. I was very, very busy. But
Right.
yes, it was just a moral support, and as I was mainly a sounding board. She come and ask me questions, and she would ask technical questions to my son, who was a very avid cricketer. So that was how it was. We I mean, the family supported her. We always felt she could do more than one tournament in a year, but then one was enough for her, and I guess it's and yeah, this was indeed a very pleasant surprise for her to pull off 16 teams this year, immediately after COVID. So
And then, of course, as you said, your son also plays cricket, right? And used to play
yes,
cricket. And
yeah,
that also, I think, you pretty much imbibed what he did, and there's inspiration and motivation to do something in the field of cricket. And Abhay, I know you don't want to take much credit, and you want to give all the credit to Manisha for all good reasons, but uh, but uh, but I'm sure there will be discussions, there will be negotiations, there will be nickels here and there, and
mm,
beyond your call of the work, your duty and job, your business. How do
yeah.
you give enough sufficient time to Monisha to answer some of these questions? Because at times it can get annoying if you're busy.
Yes, yes, indeed. I mean, even now, last few days, I mean, I just come back from Delhi because of some family emergency, and I land, and in the evening she has this get together of the captains for
Right.
whatever it was, and yeah, I mean, it can get very annoying at times. That no, what do you want? Like then we do have a couple of heated moments, and arguments. I said, come on, just think. What would you do? I mean, what is the obvious answer? And I try and encourage her to think herself and see, yes, this is the right way out. I said, okay, yes, you're right. Go ahead. If you think it's right, you know best your tournament. Nobody knows the tournament as good as you do, so you are the best judge for these things.
I totally agree, and I think somewhere there's an instinct, and I think she has that instinct that she
Yeah.
can get off. This is I think this is life. This is where we learn how to pull things off, how to manage relationships, how to manage people, external stakeholders, internal stakeholders, and
Yeah.
is complex thing. And I just wanted to get your thoughts around. Yes, I mean, this is common, this is life, this is natural, this is normal, and I hope people out there when they listen, they say, yeah, this is me.
Can
Yeah,
I
indeed.
interrupt? So, as
Yeah.
Aaudaz Maritime, which is what Abhay's company is, there's been a huge support to the tournament. So maybe we could touch. He could enlighten us a little bit on that with
Yes.
Aaudaz Maritime. Thanks.
I was coming to that, Abhay. I mean, yeah, beyond all those preparation and behind the scene work which you have been doing and supporting Monisha, tell us about. I understand a lot of teams are from this industry, maritime, shipping, and then
Yes.
I mean, it's not possible because you are helping Monisha bring these people together, bring these organizations together, help with right people, right connections, etc. So talk us through more about about all of these.
Yeah, so I mean, I started my company in 2018. Been almost 5 years, and we've only had one tournament after my company started, Aaudaz Maritime, which is a maritime consultancy firm.
Right.
And the first year after my company started, she pulled off the Izaara Cup just before the COVID set in. And this year I said, why not? Because my company works with partner outfits, which include companies like Dyna Marine and commercial diving in Panama, Nakas, and Mizzen Digital. So I work with these companies who are these service providers, and they are, I mean, very valuable to me. So I said, why don't I ask my service providers, my partners, to come into this tournament and
Yeah.
support it? Not only, I mean, it's good for them as a branding, but also to show the support to the local community that
Right.
even though the Turks and the Greeks and the Panamanians don't play cricket, they were very happy to come on board and say, yes, why not? If it's a popular sport in Singapore and in the maritime community, we are game. We will do it. So it was very, very nice to hear this thing from them. They didn't hesitate once to to say yes, we'll do it.
And kudos to them actually, because even though you have been working with them, they're your suppliers, providers, vendors,
Mhm.
but it takes a lot of courage to put in that amount of effort, put in that amount of commercials money. It
Yeah.
nothing happens without that. And I'm sure that there is really good bonhomie between you and your partners and services, and it's great to bring them together into this particular event. We look forward to see them. I spoke to one of them a couple of days back.
Okay. Mm.
um, in fact, got to know about some of the tech stuff which they're doing. It was quite exciting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Abhay. I think pretty much it. It was a short one. We will actually meet face to face tomorrow and day after. We'll probably have a longer conversation on the field when the games are going around, getting your thoughts, etc. So shorter format.
Great.
What's your favorite sport, by the way? Is it cricket or is something else?
Well, I love watching tennis. I love watching tennis. It's a very interesting game for me, and of course, cricket. To play, no, I'm not much into playing any sports. I'm probably the 12th man in cricket. Tomorrow, I'll probably be the water boy for some team, but let's see how it pans out.
Excellent. I think
Yeah.
cricket has to be one of them, especially if it's
Yes.
running in your house.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, I do enjoy watching cricket. Yeah. The faster version of the game, of course, the shorter version of the game.
Yes, it's lots
Indeed.
of. Thanks, Abhay. I think pleasure meeting you. Thanks, Monisha, for finding time. We'll see you over the weekend, and have a great evening ahead. All right, guys.
Thank you, Sanket, for your
Thank you.
time. Cheers.
Thanks.
Bye.
Thank you, Sanket. Bye. Thanks, Abhay. Thanks for being
Bye.
here. Bye.